Good afternoon, everybody. Sometimes I think the Lord allows a spiritual battle for Him to get your attention. And I've been battling on and off for the past 2 weeks. I'm sure some physical, but some also spiritual. And the Lord has been wanting me to share more testimonies with you. Okay, so I had a boyfriend, and all the names in this are going to be fake. Let's call him Jose. I don't know why. He's not Mexican. He's not Spanish. He's a white guy, just Caucasian. Let's just call him Jose. Jose just kind of rolled off my tongue. And I dated him on and off in my later 20s and early 30s for about 6 years. And so then he reached out to me December 2nd of 2018, going into 2019, that January. And, he's like, "Hi, how you doing?" He's like, "I just want a friendship." No. He's like, "I just need somebody," or something like that. I really honestly forgot how it started. I tend to block things out about people that I really just don't want to know anymore. I don't care to hold on to. So I said, "We're just friends. This is not romance. I'm not, that's not what this is." So we talked for, I would say, 3 weeks on the phone every day, FaceTime, stuff like that. And so again, we had tumultuous, went from friendship to romance to other stuff the Lord did not want me to do. I'm human. I'm honest. I'm real. So at some point we just realized that it wasn't working. He has a lot of mental anxieties, depression, very clinical. I'm not crystal clean either, crystal clear. But, he at some point we just both said, round peg, square hole. It's not working. But we became friends again. I said, "I'd rather have you as a friend than just, lose you as a person." Because I did like him. He made me laugh all the time. Yeah, there's plus and minus to every person. So at the end, I think it was around February. No, it was around like March or April, I think. He wanted to go to a movie, and I said, "Okay." I said, "I'm going to the mall tomorrow anyway because I have to get something with my glasses. Either I had to get my glasses or I had to get an eye exam or something like that." So I already had taxi going there and back, so I didn't have to ride with him. But then he said something about how his sister, let's call her Diva, and her sister's girlfriend, let's call her Angie, wanted to go also. And as soon as he said that, I just felt something in my heart that just wasn't settling with me. Something was not settling with me. Something was clearly red flags going off. Something was wrong. So we got to the part where, because he gets his tickets over the phone, like online, somehow, whatever. Speaking of battling, I'm battling today, y'all. After we hung up the phone, I realized, he said something about going to Dunkin' Donuts the next day and just paying for whoever bought the ticket, paying for a few things. And as soon as he said that, I knew that this was like this whole organism, this whole plan that they had thought up. And I just felt something uneasy in my heart. So after we hung up the phone, I'm like, Lord, what do I do? I was pacing back and forth. I was sitting on my bed, just not knowing what to do. And the Lord spoke to my heart, said, this verbatim is what you're going to do. And I followed every single thing he said to a T. And obviously I did the Ephesians 6 body armor of God before I left. I was prayed up, and but I still wanted to watch the movie. I feel like I had to go through with it at that point. I was kind of like to myself, stop being your old self, stop being a hermit, stop being, just this old fuddy-duddy. Go out and enjoy yourself. So the next day, the Lord and I had this whole conversation. The Lord was just really speaking to my heart, just really thick with his presence. And so the next day, I had enough money that I could take money out of an ATM. But unfortunately, in all malls, most malls, you can only take 20 or higher. You can't take 10. So I took 20 out, and I went to Dunkin' Donuts. I got there. I planned to get there about a half an hour earlier so that I can do all this stuff. So I wouldn't be caught, Sorry. And so I went to Dunkin' Donuts and I got some like 10 munchkins for $2. I got a breakfast sandwich and a coffee. And I sat there. There was like a table and tables and all that stuff right there. So I sat there and I ate my food, and I just waited for them to get there. They were late. And so I walked down to see him at the main entrance by the movies. And we were talking about what they were going to have at Dunkin' Donuts. We were just standing there, just talking for a second. And I said, who bought my ticket for me? And they either didn't hear me or they were just kind of ignoring me. I don't know. But as they started walking towards Dunkin' Donuts, I said, who bought my ticket? And Diva said, Jose, the names was my ex, call his sister Diva, and the sister's girlfriend, Angie. Diva said, Angie paid for your ticket. So I took $6 out of my pocket and I gave it to her. And Jose immediately looked at me and said, I thought you didn't have any cash. And inside I was smiling because I knew he was disappointed. I'm like, no, I have cash. I went to the ATM. He's like, oh, okay. So, and they're like, well, do you need to, oh, that's also what the Lord told me, is to get my food first. So I'm not there with them when they were getting their food, because they would just say, can I? So that's why the Lord also told me to get my food first and get my drinks and stuff first. Thank you, Lord, for reminding me that. I completely forgot that. So Jose and I stayed down towards the movies, and the two girls went up to get their food. And actually, no, we went with them, but we just kind of hung around. I tried to talk to Diva. She wasn't having it. And so we're walking back, and Jose said to Diva, his sister, that's all you're getting? Because he just saw that she got an iced tea, like an iced coffee. They both got an iced coffee. I guess they didn't have money to pay for donuts, for sandwiches, for all the other stuff. And I think that's what they were counting on, is that their big plan is they didn't have any more money. So the $6 I gave him was $3 for, or choose something for a nice coffee. He's like, that's all you're getting? Like, he was a little bummed. And they're like, yeah, that's all we're getting. And I just love to see right then and that point God's plan. He had foiled their plan. He had just squashed it. He stomped their plan. But this next part was a bonus. God had done everything already that he promised to do. He told me everything for me to do. I did it verbatim, you know. And the Lord was just saying, at this point, go sit down on your seat. Take a few deep breaths, just relax, drop your arms, don't be nervous, don't be fidgety, just no more anxiety, just relax. Enjoy, you're out here, you're here now. Enjoy the movie. So Jose and I sat together more on the left, down towards the screen, and the Angie and Diva sat more on the right, more back this way. And God didn't have to do this. And God, I'm not sure if he did it for me, but I think he did it for them. They had to move twice. After the movie started, we got there and we saw maybe like 10, 15 minutes of previews and stuff. And about 15 minutes after the movie started, not the previews, just the movie, somebody came in and said to them, that's our seat, you know, can you please move? So they got up and they're trying to yell across to Jose, what's our seat number? What's our seat number? You would think that they would like look at their tickets or figure it out before they went in instead of just picking any seat. So they moved somewhere else, and 20 minutes later after that, somebody came in like 45 minutes after the movie started. That's how good God is. Who's going to come into a movie like 45 minutes after the movie starts? Nobody. So they had to move again. And you see, when you have evil intentions in your heart and you go after a daughter or a son of a child of the Most High God, God will squash it, because he's also trying to teach the person a lesson that's doing the evil, but also wants the person that the evil is coming to for that not to happen. And one last thing I remember, the Lord telling me to not talk to Jose. To just watch the movie and thoroughly enjoy. And I laughed my head off. It was so funny, and I wasn't boastful. It was just pure laughter. And the Lord said to me, while you're watching the movie, I'm going to be talking to him. I'm going to give him a talk, which meant don't you talk to him. Don't you get in the way of my conversation with my son, that I have to talk to him right now. And he also said that he was talking to Diva and Angie as well. Isn't God good? So that's one testimony. If you enjoyed my testimony, and, you know, when God is on your side, what can he do for you? And in his will. So, love you lots. Talk to you soon.